The $13.3 billion Ford is the largest and most expensive warship to ever set sail. It has a 5-acre flight deck and new technology that aims to make it the most powerful warship in the world by 2050 and beyond. It has 4 fighter squadrons on board and a host of support and tactical aircraft, more than 60 aircraft, although the ship can accommodate as many as 90 aircraft. Its air power exceeds that of at least 60 countries, and it has more stealth fighters than the entire Russian armed forces. The Ford aircraft carrier stands more than 9 stories above the water and weighs 97,000 tons. It weighs 32,000 tons more than the largest battleship of World War II. However, big does not mean slow. Powered by a pair of advanced A-1B nuclear reactors, the ship has nearly 3 times the power of America's existing supercarriers, totaling about 300 megawatts of electrical power, according to the Navy. Seeing it on the water is like watching a New York City block cruise at 34 miles per hour. However, China's new anti-ship missiles are capable of maneuvering at hypersonic speeds above Mach 5, threatening to render Ford and the entire U.S. Navy Pacific Fleet useless. In the same way that the emerging technology of World War II, fighter squadrons, was used by the Japanese to sink the most powerful U.S. and British warships. These new missiles have the potential to decimate the most advanced ships currently plying the oceans. Although Russia also has hypersonic weapons, China is most worried about the Navy. The country has aggressively increased the size of its naval fleet in the past decade and has developed several anti-ship weapons, including maneuverable hypersonic missiles capable of reaching speeds of Mach 10. China doesn't hide the fact that these weapons are meant to repel American ships. One of its weapons test sites, located in the Taklamakan Desert, has a full-sized mock-up of an American aircraft carrier used for target practice. China's development comes at a crucial time for the region. The country claims sovereignty over almost the entire South China Sea, which extends thousands of miles from its shores. Those territorial lines are highly disputed. International law only recognizes territorial claims 12 nautical miles from shore. America's allies in the region rely on our naval presence to maintain free shipping lanes, said Jason Lyons, a retired Marine and former CIA officer. That puts the Pacific Fleet within range of Chinese anti-ship missiles and drones without the ability to defend itself or counterattack. None of the fighter aircraft operated aboard U.S. fighters, F/A-18 Super Hornet and F-35C Joint Strike Fighter, can reach targets farther than about 700 miles. That's not just a problem for the U.S. Navy, it is an existential crisis. The Ford and its sister ships have anti-missile defense batteries, but nothing can protect them in a prolonged fight against China's latest weapons. To maintain dominance in the Pacific, to keep its ships afloat, the Navy is turning to a new technology that has been out of reach for decades: lasers. The benefits are tantalizing. Powered by a vast fuel source, the Ford's massive nuclear reactor fits the bill. Lasers fire at the speed of light, negating the speed of hypersonic weapons. They can be quickly reloaded to fend off swarms of drones, and they require no ammunition storage, giving the ship virtually unlimited firepower. In one test, the Navy deployed a small Zodiac inflatable speedboat with replica cannons mounted above a dummy driver. As the raft sped away, gunners used the LAWS's sensors to aim the laser. Outside the ship, the video shows the LAWS rotating slowly as it tracks and locks in on the target. It fires silently and without warning, an invisible ray of extremely agitated atoms traveling at the speed of light. Instantly, the replica cannons atop the Zodiac explode, and shrapnel splashes into the ocean nearby. It's a direct, accurate hit, with no visible damage to the boat or the driver. In another test, the LAWS successfully took out a drone launched from the deck of a nearby ship. As the laser engaged the drone, the intense heat cut into the aircraft like a blowtorch. Within seconds, the drone had caught fire and plummeted toward the sea.